Alright guys, so today's actually the very last day on my 3-week training program that I've been doing for quite a while. I'll leave in the description box again for free as always. So today was a top set of 3 followed by 3 sets of 8 for the back offset. So here's my last warm up with 185, and I went for a 5-pound PR today for my top set of 3. I wanted to do 195, and here's my attempt on the set. First rep goes up good, second rep flies up. Everything's wonderful, everything's great, having a fantastic day, and rep 3 starts and it doesn't complete, and I get very, very upset. I don't know why that didn't come up. So here's my roommate Chris just repping out 4 plates on deadlift, warming up, and I have to try this set again. I'm not leaving the gym, I'm not continuing on with my life until I get this set. Like, there's no questions asked. So I got a lot more psyched up, put 195 back on the bar, did a rep, did another rep, and I needed to get one more. Hopefully no weird shit happened this time, and I prayed, and I pushed, and I locked it out, and everything went well. So I was happy with that. Then I went for another 5-pound PR for my 3 sets of 8 back offset. I did 160, and before I did 155, hence the 160 PR. So as you'll see, I have a little arch when I'm sitting down in the seat. And as you also notice, I'm doing this seated overhead. Seated, not standing. Here's Chris slamming around 455. His headphones are about to fall off, and that's just the one downside of having like big over-ear earbuds in the gym. Is that like when you're deadlifting, it just comes off. But other than that, like, they're fantastic. But that's kind of why I went to Jaybirds, because they're more versatile. They kind of work for everything. So yeah, back to my overhead press. The reason I do it seated is because I'm able to have a small arch and be a little bit more just pretty much arch and less upright. And what that does for me is that allows me to engage my upper chest a little bit more, which is, I mean, who would ever complain about more like upper chest development, you know what I mean? So, and obviously I can lift more weight, which is better for just overall poundage, progressive overload, all that like nice fancy stuff. So here's my last set with 160. Everything went well. I finished my 3x8, and you see I got that Legends of Aesthetics LOA stringer on. For those of you who don't know, Chris Lovato and Matagos, they had this brand like a while ago. I was probably the biggest fan, but I didn't have any money and I couldn't afford to buy any of their clothes. But I'll tell you this right now, I was a huge fan, and when I was in what's called the UK with Chris Lovato, we were sharing a hotel room, and I guess I must have quote unquote accidentally packed one of his stringers in my bag, which is why I'm wearing it in this video. But yeah, I'm going to give that back to him next time I see him. I swear on my life, it was an accident. I swear. Don't tell him. But yeah, here you have 90s that I'm repping out on the incline dumbbell. I've done this before for a set of 3x10, but today I was not even able to get my first, and I'm pretty sure I kind of failed on my last rep, and that's kind of because it wasn't the best day, and I kind of went all out with the seated overhead press, but it wasn't a terrible workout by any means. It just wasn't, like a 10 out of 10 workout that you like remember for the rest of your life. So that's why I wasn't able to do it. So I backed off to 75s, had a little deeper range of motion, and just banged out like maybe a little over 10. I may have done more than 10 reps in my last 2 sets because I'm going a little bit lighter. It's not really a big deal if I go more than 10. I might as well just kind of like burn out a little bit. So yeah, incline dumbbell is probably one of my favorite chest movements in terms of like actual like chest development. Bench press is fun because you can lift a lot of weight and it's just a fucking boss ass exercise. But in terms of like chest development, like really deep stretch reflexy incline dumbbell press, that's where it's at. That's what really kind of develops your chest. So here's my last setup. Maybe did like 11 or 12, something like that, maybe 10, I kind of forget. But yeah, workout's going pretty good so far, and I'm kind of struggling on this. I'm pushing. Wow, what a bitch. Just failed on that. So here I'm doing dumbbell laterals, and I've never really taken lateral raises seriously. I kind of just, like the program said, do. I kind of just grab like 15 dumbbells, like 20 dumbbells, maybe 25s on a good day, kind of just banged out 3 sets of 10, but I've like lately I kind of doing an appreciation for the movement because I've been getting just a lot stronger at it, and I just really like it. I just love how it makes my delts feel. I feel like it's really good isolation exercise. So did 3 sets of that with 35-pound dumbbells, And I think I'm going to do 35s for a few more workouts, and then I think after that I'll be ready to go to the bigger boys, the 40s, and then from there we're going to see how far I can take it. I know Ron, the Honest Ox and the Honest Ox, I've literally seen him do 75-pound dumbbells for laterals for a clean set of 10, and I'll never forget that moment. Hopefully I'm going to get there one day. But yeah, here I'm doing the seated pec deck, or the pec deck, whatever you want to call it, and you'll see I'm not going as far back, or I'm not stretching as much at the bottom as I was in the past. I kind of put the notch like one thing up, and the reason for that is because I'm noticing a little bit of like shoulder just impingement and just something funky going on with my left shoulder when I do this exercise. And if you hear me complain about like something being off with my shoulder recently, it's pretty sure it's because of this exercise, so I'm just being just a little bit more careful on that. And here we got some mandatory flex and post set. So lat pull downs, and I've talked about this before, the reason I have direct back work on my push days is because I really want to focus and really just develop my whole like upper back region, because people don't actually realize how important having like a very developed three-dimensional just nice upper back is. Like, it just makes you look big in shirts, and it's one of the most important things. And for me, it's not the fact that I just want to develop it really well, which I obviously do. It's the fact that it's a lagging muscle group for me, so that's why I'm pretty much hitting it with an insane amount of frequency. So if you're natural, like, frequency is like one of the most important things. So just no big deal, just a few sets, not a big deal. Do it on my push days, and obviously on my pull days I do a lot more like heavy compound work, because like these are kind of isolation exercises. So yeah, here's just doing tricep push downs, kind of burning out a few sets. And after that I did some curls because I have legs the next day, and obviously sore biceps are not going to interfere with that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my voiceover. I got a lot more content coming soon, informative stuff, vlogs, pretty much everything. So yeah, I'm just going to play music for the rest of the video, and yeah, enjoy.